All right, let's get this started, shall we? Jeff, how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you again. Oh, hey, an OBS caught up real quick. All right, so last time, what were we doing last time? Last time we ran out of money by like a lot. But hey, we're making some of that back slowly. We took. Where's my contracts? Did I take the contracts? Yeah, navigational satellite. I think there's another one in there we can do. And we took a Venus lander program, which I guess we need to sort that out right quick and get a target set, initial orbit, let's say 180. At what are we at? 20? Is it 26 or 28? Gosh, I can never remember. Last time the program is doing its best Boeing impersonation. Yes, accurate. Yeah, we're gonna shoot for a 165 orbit and plot. Ding. So looks like we've got a departure date of 8 December 1968. Let's go ahead and add that alarm. 350 days. All right, so we got about a year to prep for that. Good news. That's excellent. The other ones, so we got lots of time to just knock out a bunch of stuff before we have to get worried about that. But I was thinking maybe we'd prototype landers today. Not much point in doing any real building yet, because we don't have any money. We are rolling this out, our docking target, which is excellent. Do we have? Oh yeah, we've got 2 of these ready to go. We won't be able to roll them out because it will take for god dang ever, but you know, something like that. And yeah, warp's just going to keep stopping. So I think we're just going to try to get to a place where we have money, which is going to be a very hey, 1968, ding, yay, we're in 1968. So okay, hey, that worked, and we're only 9,000 funds from being positive, I guess. Oh hey, and that's gonna, yeah, we know warp is gonna keep stopping all the time. Forward, everything is gonna take multiple. Wow, it really just it insists on notifying me about how broke we are for absolutely ever. That's great. Lunar exploration era electronics. Excellent. Okay, come on. Let's get into the black. Into the black. Yay! Oh, stop warp. No. Okay. Hey, cool. When does our crew finish their training? Maybe we can actually do astronauty stuff. Well, it's astronauts. 7 February. So, oh, hey, like less than a month. That's awesome. We don't have a whole lot left to warp through. We should probably spend some money and hire some astronauts, I guess, and get them trained up for sometime next year. Retires 20 November 1968. So we got to get Mandy Kruger up on something interesting, or she's not gonna do any flying anytime soon. All right, okay. Let's just remember 7 February if we can. Oops, what? Yeah, that's the button I'm looking for. And in the meantime, I had. Oh, can we do the first EVA? First orbital flight with 3 crew. No, orbital flight with maneuvers and 2 plus crew. This is optional. What's active currently? Nav 2 crew, 2 days, crude speed record available. First rendezvous. Yeah, we'll take that one. Can we take first docking, or we have to do that as a separate flight, I believe. So we'll take that, and we'll see if we can take first EVA also, just in case we can, because why not, right? And yeah, we'll try those out. We'll definitely go for rendezvous. We'll try to do docking as well if we can, because why the hell not? That will take 8 days to roll out, so we can go ahead and wait. Gain lost 33,000. Sweet. I guess I want to have it rolled out to the pad by the time they get there. So maybe we just gone ahead and start the rollout. Work to complete. Yay, money. And man, we're getting science radioed in like all the time. And then crew proficiency, Gemini. If you start training your new astronauts for Apollo, they should be done training on the Lemon capsule in time for the space shuttle to fly. You're assuming we're going to have a budget for a space shuttle. That's rather lofty. I mean, we will be shut down long before that happens. All right, so let's just warp until we're a couple of days away from our crew proficiency training completing. Yeah, the 5th. That's one more day, so let's go ahead and let's launch their docking target. We'll get that up somewhere. Launch. Yay! Rocket Goose. Hey, how's it going? That's what. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, pretty well. We're back in the black. We have money now, so we can do stuff. Because it's good to do stuff when you're running a space program. Happy Trans Day of Visibility. Hello, Lucy. Welcome. Good to see you. And to you as well. Government debt simulator's over. Only a little bit, though. Alright, let's pull out ascent guidance. Let's get this. We're just going to launch to nominal. I mean, I guess, yeah, we should probably do 300. Give us some margin for maneuvering. At current inclination and Easter. That too. Nah. Alright, staging is probably okay-ish. What is this? Oh yeah, that's our side fairings. That should go. No, that's not side fairings. That is sausage. All right, yeah, let's just go to a 300 by 300 at current inclination. Engage autopilot and ignition. Let's get our docking target up there. Okay, let's say I just checked to make sure I had volume in my headphones. It just doesn't work when you turn down the volume in your headphones. Started a new save this week and really enjoying the new state of RP1. Oh, awesome. Glad to hear it. And those were the pictures you were posting in Discord? Oh man, I forgot to update. It's been a while since I updated the things on this save, and I know there are updates. I don't know how impactful they are, but indeed. Now, say I was skeptical as hell about the LCnP stuff, but having tried it, I am very pleased. Oops, clink. One booster dented, the other one fell away cleanly. We should probably make some adjustments to the attachment height on that so that we can maybe avoid this sort of thing in the future. And whatnot. I mean, perhaps and or something. Alright, so we're going to get this airborne. We're going to try to do our crew rendezvous, and I guess we should probably, now that we have money, start building our stupid space program thing that I took just to make some money. Everybody hates C&P till they give in and try it. Like, on paper, it doesn't seem... Like, on paper, it seems counterintuitive. That it will be enjoyable, but it actually is. It works really well. And you know, like, I went completely broke, but it was okay because I just had to wait for the funding to come in. Well, I also had to successfully orbit around Mars, or else we would have been absolutely screwed, but... You know. It's nice to have... I don't know. Forgot what I was going to say. Happens a lot. Oof. Alright, coming up on Miko here in about 30 seconds. Hopefully we'll have no kickflips. We haven't had one of those in a while because we have a really kick-ass gimbal on this 405H. Which, man, we have the tech. We could switch it out for the, the S250-400? Which would give us a nice little bump. Uploaded your latest project to screenshots? Oh, nice. Staging. Almost a kickflip. Fairings clearing away. Oh, yes. And the Eldritch Ring punched the core in the face. Love it. Gotta love it. I mean, you have to do the commercial applications contract. I'd still call that screwed. Fair. But at least initially, it looks like it'll be pretty lightweight and easy to do. The satellites are actually smaller than some of the other ones that we've been working with. Oh, dang, Lucy. That is awesome. Shit, yeah. The 3707. Snap. I can dig it. 100,000 kilograms. Just say 100 tons, right? Maybe? Am I getting that wrong? I was wondering what's the difference between the early proc wings and the supersonic proc wings. Structural integrity? Two sausage away? Supersonic regime with early wings. If you enjoy having wings. Yeah, succinctly put. Later wings have much better strength to weight ratios. So like, oh, the comma and all the zeros. I'm very easily confused. Alright, so yeah, no more staging. This is our whole thing. We're going to leave everything attached and just hope for the best. We've got extra bonus RCS propellant. This, yeah, is not draining. Excellent in case we want to do some on-orbit maneuvering. We got some solar panels and a Gemini docking target, because why the hell not? Oh, you know, at some point, I think I remember there being Rendezvous 2 spacecraft closer than 100 meters, is relative speed less than half a meter. Maybe it was docking that there's a mass requirement. Reach orbit with minimum perigee of 150, perform EVA, transmit the data back. Gotcha. Alright. Record Crown 2, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I don't think we can take the docking contract until after we've done Rendezvous. But the first NavSat and the first WeatherSat, or communication satellite, those contracts are pretty easy. We can launch those on our tiny rocket. Hey, orbit complete. Let's boot this little guy. Extend, extend, extend. There we go. All right, and advanced, sun, down, RCS to arm, and execute, please. It hasn't said Screedies. This is a smaller one. This will have 4.5 times that payload. Holy sh! Made a Mach 3.5 on early wings and not tried any faster than that. Holy shit. Well, yeah. Man. Holy hell. Y'all be pushing boundaries that make me way too nervous. Yeah, just a little bit of added RCS on this little guy. When it comes to altitude. Oh, yeah. I would say it's... If you're someplace where the atmosphere's really thin, it doesn't matter how fast you're going because there's not a lot of pressure being put on the wings. Alright, let's see if this is stable. It is. Perfect. Let's take a quick save. Let's jump back to the VAB and let's get our crew underway. Fucking finally. Oh my gosh, we've been sitting on our Gemini program for at least half a decade at this point. It's really nice to have it kind of up and running. I guess I've also jumped into this completely forgetting how much pain in the ass docking is. Alright, one day. Work to complete, and ding. Fantastic. Let's get a move on here. Zenith Blue for 2. No trained crew found for this vessel. Are you fucking kidding me? Astronauts, training, mission, Gemini. I forgot we gotta do that. It'll take 90 days? Motherfucker. Well, let's just hope that thing is still up there by the time we need it to be. Okay. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Son of a bitch. Well, in that case, we got some NavSat stuff to queue up. I've got them pre-built and tested. Mission requirements, pretty easy, so... And I think, honestly, they'll probably take way less than 90 days to build. Open. That's our docking. We're going to launch all of them on a BP series. They're pretty lightweight, and they should be BPZ3 coded, so I know where to look. I hope. Docking target, Mars, moonshot. Oh yeah, Navisat 1. Load that one up first. Yeah, these are incredibly cheap. Yeah, just fairings need tooling. Purchase toolings. Modify. What are we modifying? This vessel cannot be built. Parts are still in development. Oh, yeah, fine. Okay. Cha-ching. That one's done and loaded. How long is it going to take? 31 days. Yeah. Nice. All right, we're going to go ahead and queue up 2 of them just in case. And then let's open up the ComSat. No further tooling. Awesome. Launch. It's been integrated. Can we integrate another one? Yep. Launch. Perfect. And then there's that. Let's make sure our staffing is correct-ish. Hopefully we can just knock these, at least part of that commercial application satellite contract out pretty quick. Well, we do have another docking target being built, but we can deprioritize that for the time being. Let's check on our staff here. Orbiter 1 is maxed out. Good. And we are building stuff at 101A. That's our crew. Oh, we're not building anything at 101A. And this is... F2 is probably going to handle our Venus landing mission. Which, if we get bored, we can start doing some testing on that stuff. Is the 3707 name obvious in its meaning? Not to me, but I'm also dimmer than the average bulb, so take that with a grain of salt. The bigger one is the 707 is in like the Boeings. Yeah. Boeing 707 and Boeing 747. That does help. Ding! Now I get it. Rockets come with factory uninstalled door plug fasteners. No, that's an option. You got to pay extra for that. Rapid unscheduled decompression is a feature, not a bug. Docking target batteries recharged. Okay, excellent. So at least our docking target is staying powered up and head better for the next 90 days. 2 days to roll out Navisat. Did we take the Navisat contract? Yeah, first navigational satellite. 50 units, blah, 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 blah. Periapsis above 350, eccentricity below 26. So we just basically have to have a circular orbit with an inclination above 50 degrees, above 350 kilometers. Not a problem, he says gleefully as he strides arrogantly into bankruptcy yet again. No McDonald merger in universe. He's just letting McDonald build military stuff. Alright, so we need let's just go for 400 by 400. Give us some margin, and it has to be, what, inclination above 50 degrees. So let's go for 51 degrees. In hopes that that will be good enough, and engage autopilot and ignition. Just knock this one out right quick. This is the Navisat one, right? I'm a few real mad. Yeah, I queued up Navisat first and Bellsat second. God, the crackling on the SRBs is just so satisfying. Tink. Yep. Almost like that angled nose cone is working against us somehow. Interest just dropped for a couple minutes and I came back to let McDonald build military stuff. I mean, that's mostly what they were doing before the merger with Boeing. And I'd say for all their current troubles, the military wing is, you know, not hurting. We'll give them that. And that is, seems pretty lofty. We should be out of the Q range by now. Well, it's telling us we're still going to have plenty of margin, so I thought they made bad fast food. That's plural. McDonald's or apostrophe is S. Lockheed. The merge likely. Boeing absorbs Martin Marietta. D. McDonald, not Ronald McDonald. Same number of clowns. Same number of clowns. Boeing may merge with Rockwell. Fingelfin. Man, I butchered that, didn't I? Anyway, thank you for the follow. Miko. Good light on the 405. Oh, you missed your core stage with your SEP ring. Fail. All of this for this tiny little guy that doesn't have to do much except sit there. We're going to put it in orbit. It's going to take care of our degree for it. I got it. Hey, wow, look at that. I read something. See, kids? Literacy is important. I'm just like 40 years too late on it, so doing my best anyway. Oh man, sitting back and letting this contract complete itself is got to fly. Well, Turbo Commander, turboprop endorsement, IFR thing, nice. Man, that sounds awesome. Say, is it even the same Rockwell? Use PLCs I use a whole lot all day, every day. It's like I should know this, but I don't. Alright, RCS to ARM, just in case we have to clean up our orbit a little bit. Oh, here, Apogee is just way the F out there, bro. You are going to be able to handle a circular 400-kilometer orbit, right? Right. Yeah, I'll say that is some pretty aggressive angle down there. Imagine the same Rockwell. They're like GE massive. Yeah, I'll say, I mean, you know, like it could be. Should probably look into that. They are an absolutely massive, massive company. Alright, yeah, looks like 300 meters per second. We should have this rounded out. Ding! 402 by 395. It's going to try to touch that up on RCS. I'm okay with that. We have checked all the boxes, and we're just going to let it complete, which is going to result in destruction of the spacecraft as we hand it over to the customer. At least deploy. So pretty. Yeah, angle those into the sun rather uselessly. Whatever, alright. Minute 30. Let's go ahead and step into time warp and get this knocked out a whole lot sooner. But boom, contract has been completed successfully and the satellite has been transferred to the customer. Okay. So, check. We're done here. Back to the Space Center. There's one down. Did share the COE quote. Did you share the COA quote you had? I don't believe so, Lucy. Fully automated. 33707 had delivered some 85,000 kilograms of cargo to orbit, then returned with barely enough time to get through 2 of the 3 original Star Wars films. Then days the craft would be ready to repeat this feat again. Holy shit. Alright, let's bump Belsat up the list and get that one knocked out while we are still waiting on our crew. When will they be done training? Astronauts. May 8th. It's not that far off if you really think about it. Recondition our pad. Gotta use units Americans will understand. And yet, kilograms. First comm satellite. Check. Alright, let's check the commercial NavSat. That one's early. Network 3 satellites. NavSat payload of 100 units on the craft. No big deal. You're 99.9. Blah. Apoapsis below 1.2 at periapsis above 700,000. Eccentricity below 00.4. Okay, so it's looking for a mostly circular. Well, there's not an at least. It has to be below. So we want as circular as possible. It may be like 800 kilometers with a fairly high inclination. And 100 units. We're going to have to do some testing on that. For sure, we're going to have to do some testing on that. I'm pretty sure we can do it on our tiny launcher. Sam Rockwell, catalog with hand drills, little GA planes, the B-1 Lancer, and the Space Shuttle's prime contractor. Holy shit. It was launched into a rendezvous and used its 4,500 kilometer active and passive cross range to return to Earth 2.5 orbits later, super cruising over the Gulf of Mexico and into Florida. Alright, but I'm assuming that if we take the 4 contract, satellites will be destroyed upon completion of the contract. The simulates transfer back to the customer. Yeah, okay. Payload of at least 80 units, same orbital parameters, just smaller payload. I think honestly doing the 3, and maybe if we just build all 3 of them onto a single spacecraft. That would be worth testing. Let's go ahead and pick up this contract. Venus Atmospheric Probe. This is optional. Enter Venus's atmosphere below 110 kilometers. Oh, yes, please. That is actually not that hard to complete. Transmit science data from Venus after going below 110. That one might be harder. We're going to need satellite coverage, but we're going to need satellite coverage for this too, so there's that. Proven operable, the maneuver would allow almost a full day to be shaven off the 6-day turnaround time per vehicle. Holy shit. Alright, we can wait to take these. We've got 350 some odd days. Venus Orbital Science Probe. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to do that anyway because we're going to need comms coverage. We're going to do that because our lander can transmit on its way down anyway, and we're going to pick up that because we have to. I have 4 active contracts. I'd rather not fill them up with stuff I'm not going to do anytime this year. Alright, so Belsat, that's going to be done April 11th. We'll have it off the ground shortly thereafter. We're going to go ahead and scrap the secondary Navisat. We don't need it. Cool. I'm debating if I want to test for NavSat network. 100 units on the craft. So here's building a 3.6 kiloton complex for assembly and habitation. Rationally assumed to take 4 or 5 years. Sat down, did the calcs. 11 months. Holy shit. Rockwell sold its plane's space division to Boeing in 96. So they more so do just automation doodads now. Oh, interesting. Rockwell did merge with Boeing. Interesting. All right, let's see if we can do these on the cheap launchers. We just need 100 units of NavSat payload, which I think we can handle no problem to these parameters on our tiny launcher without too much extra effort. It's gonna keep the Rockwell logo. It goes hard. Nice. All right, then hey, maybe we can do this just by increasing this little guy and not doing too much else. What do you got on board? 50 liters. Tank UI. And remove. Add NavSat payload. Oh, that takes it up to 92. We don't have much further to go. Yeah, hey. Bin maxing 100 because it specifies 99.9. We'll add some battery just to round it out. And still so much delta V. I don't even think we need to retool the fairings. Yeah, I should go down here, maybe up there. Navisat network 1. Save. Let's run a quick sim on this, make sure we can hit our parameters. Let's be a good practice launch because I think the parameters are about the same for the other one. It's got Pan Am vibes. I'd be curious to see that. Alright. So then, ascent guidance. Put that away. Let's pull out our contract specifications. Oh, this one has very different orbital parameters, but I think this is asking for basically a circular orbit above 700,000 but below 1.2 mil. Live stream spoilers? Awesome, thank you. Let me, I think, well, we launched a 400 by 400. I don't think MechJeb's going to deal too well with us trying to launch to a 750 by 750, but, you know, that's why we sim. Let's give it a shot. 750 at 750, the inclination between 88 and 92. So let's go for 90 straight. And engage autopilot and see what the hell happens. What the shit, man? Guidance initializing. Target is unreachable even with infinite ISP. That's not what I asked you to do, friend. Fine. Let's go for 300 by 300. And then we'll just boost our orbit because we've got relights on the 405. Because why not? Recently discovered RP1 analytics. The money graph for save is quite entertaining. Rockwell owned Rocketdyne for a while. Interesting. Oh, nice. Yeah. Only all logo you could modify for Boeing. Hell yeah, that's pretty sweet. I like those, Lucy. Thank you. Boosters away. Kind of want to make the old Rocketdyne logo Boeing's. Hey, why not? Money grab for this save is quite entertaining. I'm glad somebody finds it funny. I have to. Team Rocket ass logo. Teen rocket ass. Yeah, apparently after we're done, we'll have. I mean, this is gonna fall a bunch more, but I'm gonna say we're probably gonna have about 1.6, 1.7 kilometers per second left in our X405. Look at live streams. Oh no. Nice. That's yeah. Stream muted? No, my mic is still going unless we dropped. Nope, that was you. Stream's not muted, just Lucy. I will be selectively muting people at random. He laughed and it went silent. Oh no, that was legit. I laughed and then it did go silent. I killed you. Oh look, I'm old, but I'm not laughter death old. Not yet. A few more years, maybe. We'll have to be more careful with the memes you send me because they might be fatal. Staging. Patunk. Alright. 405 has lit successfully yet again. Oh, great. Rocket Goose has posted the financials in the live stream spoilers also. It's Cosmo financial crash. Hey, look. A very particular set of skills, and they revolve around being irresponsible with money. Here's to making it. Making it what? Another pointless trip around the sun. Alright. 10 seconds to sausage deployment. Apparently after this orbital insertion we're going to have 2100 meters per second remaining. That's not bad at all. How's your apple, little one? It's a good apple. Good job. Why are you thumbs upping and thumbs downing the apple? I'm very confused. Crunch. Well, don't do that in here either. Hey, she's eating something, which is an accomplishment all on its own. Alright, so basically we're going to have to do one more burn. Oh man, maybe we should have launched into like a 300 by 850 and worked from that. Wonder if that would be acceptable. If I bump my apoapsis up to 800, can we do that? Is MechJeb going to shit a brick? Nope. And then we just have to use one more burn to circularize. Hopefully. We'll see how well MechJeb handles my clefuttery. That was starting at 500k was awfully game-breaking. Just a little. I mean, you know, and look at how quickly I spent it. It just disappears so fast. Okay, hey. And now we just need a maneuver node to circularize at apogee, create node. That's in 46 minutes, predictable, 136 meters per second, excellent. And RCS is armed. Execute next node, please. I don't want... You don't want to find the entire series? No one does. That's okay. You're not alone. So I do wonder, based on how much excess Delta V we have, if we can double stack these. Yeah, I need to go make dinner. Diner. Yeah, that sucks. I ate a huge lunch a little bit late, and I don't think I'll be eating anymore for the rest of the day. Man, Kiddo opened the door and it dropped, I swear, like 10 degrees in here. It just suddenly got very cold. Dinner is how I'd feel, I'd say it. PUBG really needs a way of targeting a looser orbital requirement so it doesn't kill your DV making a perfect orbit. I don't want to get hungry later. Fair enough. So I have to go do work. I have a school project that's due next week that I should probably start on. I have just been... Ta-da! Magic food! Step 1, go to rates.com. Wait, open door. These things all require money. Ta-da! Magic food. Ta-da! Magic empty bank account. Ta-da! Alright, let's just go ahead and deploy this, because why the hell not? We don't care if those solar panels get ripped off. Don't threaten me with a good time! Whoosh! Wow, that was, well, there goes our last ignition. Way to go, idiot! Hey, checked off all the boxes. We're done here. We can easily do this with a single. I guess it has to not... Yeah, it wants us to do it with separate launches. So we'll just do it with separate launches. Revert flight to VAB. We can knock this out pretty easy. Fucking... No, it's Vega. What? No, it's a 405H. Yeah, Vega, I guess. Right? No. Certainly. Network 1, saved. Do we have any tooling to buy? None tooling. That's how I like it. And we need at least, well, yeah, we need 4 or 3. Which one did I pick? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I picked the 3 because the 4 one had 80 units, right? They are much lighter, but probably would take more launches. Oh, hold on. Is this going to do one of those dumbass things where testing time after network? It's only 2 minutes, but... Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's make sure this decoupler, yeah, does not have a 16 kilonewton impulse. Force percent is set to 0, so we should be able to stage it off, and that means the solar panels that are attached to it should handle itself pretty well. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and queue them up. What we need 4 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And leaf. Under control was not specified. It... yeah, stable. Or rotating at a rate slower than what the solar panels could deal with was not specified. Alright, let's move our docking target down at least 2. Well, that's going to be done May 11th, so actually we will bump you back up. Because that's when our astronauts will be done with their training. It's somewhere right around there. So, Bellsat 1, let's go ahead and warp you to completion. Ding, and start the rollout. That'll take another 2 days. Ding. And, alright, let me check my orbital contract on ComSat. 80 units of payload above apoapsis above 2.5 million, periapsis above 850, inclination above 40. Okay, not a problem. So basically, first we're going to launch to a 300 by 8 whatever the specification was. And then we're going to boost up. Because we can. Alright, let's take another look at this. Inclination above 40, so let's go for 42 degrees. Target apoapsis above 850, so let's just go for 900. And we will attach altitude at 300. And engage autopilot. Good, and ignition. It's like our 9th launch today. Oh no, not only do I have to power your satellite bus, even though you have your own panels, well fine. Spend all your propellant de-spinning this. Dicks. Maybe learn how to verbiage correctly and we won't have this problem in the future. Why is this clothing store asking if I went top or bottom? Doesn't seem like it's their business. Wah wah. Alright, boosters away. We keep blowing one of them up, but who cares? Alright, y'all. Ooh, oh, new fairings. Y'all go up here, please. Actually, that has to go down there. Alright. Excellent. I need to refill my water. A+ humor, Lucy. It's just subs only stream comment. Oh, did I? Damn it! I really try not to miss comments or miss chat stuff. My bad. Alright, I gotta go refill my water. I'll be back in exactly 30 seconds. Enjoy the view. Oh, I got back just in time to see it punch the core stage in the face. Gotta love it. It's your stream, not here. Oh, dang it. You watch the new Smarter Everyday vid, and it's a good watch. All about suit testing for Artemis in the neutral buoyancy lab. Oh, interesting. I think I will definitely have that one queued up for my workday tomorrow. Shocked NASA even let him into the building after his last Artemis video. Well. So it's, you can't confuse criticism for an attack. Especially when you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, but whatever. Or taking government money, especially. But anyway, back on to the interesting ways in which I waste money. Alright, so hopefully it's not going to have a problem hitting these parameters. Tunk, there it goes. Sausage deploy. And then all we have to do is perform a boost maneuver at our apogee to get our make our new periapsis above 2.5 mil. And we'll be all set, yo. Alright, so y'all want to hear a fun story while we're waiting the 37 seconds for this to finish? Right? Okay. Well, you're going to hear it anyway because I don't deal well with feedback. Anyway, so in 2020, the wife and I bought a 2014 Honda Accord. Very used, decent car, whatever. My BMW was falling apart. It was time to get something that didn't need to be worked on every other week. So we buy this Accord and the handbrake just like barely works. Like next to nothing at all. And I'm like, oh, no big deal. It just needs some handbrake cables. And go to try to order the part from anywhere, and they're nowhere to be found. Like, just absolutely nowhere. Change Apple Appses at the next Apple Appses. New Apple Appses should be 251 2 zeros, right? No. 251 and 1 0. Don't be stupid. Story time with Crash. Yeah, really dumb story. So in 2020, I placed an order with Honda of America to get a set of handbrake cables ordered in. They are on national back order, and they have been on national back order for God knows how long. And so I'm like, man, and nobody makes an aftermarket one that is worth a damn. Create node. 47 minutes. RCS to ARM. Nope. RCS to ARM. Execute next node. Thank you very much. And so, well, at some point I had to replace both rear calipers on the brakes also, thinking, well, hey, maybe it's not the cables, maybe the calipers. Because, I read some things on the spring return on the handbrake actuator on these calipers sometimes gets seized. And since they're internal, the only way to fix it is to replace the caliper. Anyway, I had to replace the calipers anyway, so I bought a set of calipers, threw them on the car, and had my fingers crossed that it would just, maybe this will fix it. It did not fix it. One of her handbrake cables was completely seized, to the point where, trying to hook it onto the caliper just wasn't going to fucking happen. And so now we've got one cable, one parking brake cable hooked to one brake, so you've got half a parking brake, right? Well, sometime over the winter, that cable seized up also, but it seized up with with it set. So she had to drive it a block home from the grocery store with the handbrakes completely seized, basically dragging the rear wheel along the pavement for a block. And that was fucking awesome. Is this one of the Accords with the passenger airbag modules that have been critically recalled for 2 years and Honda doesn't have replacement parts for? I have no notifications on a recall for it, but it's 2014, so that's 9th gen Accord? Which I think that generation is 2013 to 2017? I can't quite remember, but maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, but I don't have any notifications on a recall for it, but that would be fucking fun. Anyway, whilst sitting at work on Thursday, I get an email notification because I set up an email alert with a local pick and pull junkyard. If you get a car of this make and these years on the lot, send me an email. Then ding, they did. 2 years later. Abort node execution before you waste that last ignition. Check. Hey, look at that. Knocked out yet another contract. Isn't that snazzy? Just gotta wait 2 minutes for it to do its thing. So anyway, Friday I had the day off of work because small company, private ownership. They pick off days off as they wish, and I'm okay with that. So there you go. Hey, another contract in the books. Back to the Space Center. They had a 2013 Accord show up on their lot. Same color, same options, everything, except it had the CVT. We've got the manual. And I went and snatched up them fucking brake cables quick as shit. Yeah, it only took me about an hour to pull them off, and I installed them on the wife's car on Saturday, and we now have a parking brake, which is awesome. But the fun part is when I disconnected the one brake cable that was still hooked up, a bunch of like rust water leaked out of it. I mean, it looked like coffee, so I had to give her shit. Took a picture of it and told her like, none of this would have happened if you didn't spill that coffee on the center console at one time, once upon a time, which she did not find very funny. So, you know, but it works now after 4 years. I said 2 years. 4 years. 4 years of waiting for this dumb fucking part. Finally, I get some junkyard ones. Hooray! Make a quesadilla? Oh, quesodilla. Work's wife has a 2020 and has been sitting with uninsurable because no airbag for 2 freaking years. Oh, Jesus. Because you're on the damn phone! Same-ish energy, yes, indeed. Same-ish energy, indeed. Alright, we're in April, so one more month until we can, Hey, mission training Gemini is our next thing that will be done. Hooray! I do wonder, I guess it doesn't matter if our docking target has power or not. We don't give a shit. Cha-ching! Yay! Let's go fly a really inconvenient mission. EVA, y'all don't need... You know what, fine, you can have parachutes. We do have an abort system, so... You know what? Crew elevator with mini core. Oh, we can just put people in that for no dang reason? Oh, hold on. We're going to hit cancel. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to hire some astronauts. Alright. We could probably... Both of them are pilots. We could probably use another pilot. Take Ryan Anderson, because I actually have a relative with that exact name, almost. Enlist Kerbal. Yep. Alright, that's 10 grand. We should probably get... I think the next useful one's going to be an engineer or a scientist. Or should we hire one of each? Man, you used to be able to put people in the elevator and walk them into the capsule to avoid crew training. No shit, really? Alright, we got a bunch of people now. I guess we'll start training them on Apollo. You know what? I don't even know what capsule I'm going to use yet. So, training, I guess we'll do Mission Gemini. We're not going to be doing Gemini for very much. Lander Can Advanced, Mark II Lander Can, TKS, Apollo, Apollo LEM. Oh boy. Requires level 5 astronaut complex, so we can't even train him on that yet. Well, fuck me. We'll start with proficiency Gemini. Bing, bing, bing. Start training. 1 December 1969. Cheese and rice. That takes a long ass time. Scientists are useless in RP1 unless stations. I thought there was only some experiments that only a scientist person could run. Now they won't board a module they weren't trained for, so make space rescue real challenging. Oh, fun! On one hand, you should be less white on the other. It's really funny. Are you referring to the highlight there, Lucy? Alright. Venus 2 Docker launch, shoot an EVA, because I don't care which one of you does this, but we're going to go for it. Mandy and Julia. Yes. Excellent. I look forward to it. Another station with a dead capsule? Yeah, sorry, I can't get in the passenger cabin. I haven't received an hour of training to get into. No, you're like, how does this door handle work? I don't know. I was never trained. It's not my problem. Talk to my union rep. Alright, let's hope this thing doesn't fucking suck. Where is our doohickey that we want to target? Infra Bravo. No, it's definitely not going to be one of those. It's going to be something closer to a smaller one in November. Docking target. Set as target. Yay! Launch into plane of target, please. 8 hours. Not bad. Okay, good. The thingy is folded up, so that shouldn't cause too much of an issue. Ooh, buddy. Oh, God. Did I set up the abort action group? Let's take a quick save. Engage autopilot. Alright. Scooch this up here now that we have astronauts we can look at. This is exciting. I mean, maybe. I'm very nervous. And I'm out of coffee. So, the caffeination levels will decrease from here, probably. Alright, let's get ready on the abort, just in case we have an engine failure. This thing is so outdated tech now. Alright, 3 engines running. And it's basically just a defueled version of the F2T. What in the fuck? Well, that's interesting. How did that get up there? A very swift roll program. Y'all are about to be G-loaded to all hell. Get ready. Oh crap, are you going down sideways? Shit. Whoa, no, 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 you fucker. Oh. Abort makes them bail out. Okay. We got 2 safe Kerbals and parachutes. Holy, what the fuck just happened? EVA report. Well now, that, Wonka Industries launch towers. I'm very curious as to what the hell happened. Do I have control here of anything? Hide portrait. She seems pretty excited about this. We're just... Man, where are all these explosions? Your parachute is going to finish opening at some point, I assume. At least they're close together enough to where, yep. Oof. Now we have control. Excellent. Probably the right call. Jump since the escape tower got ripped off. Yeah, fair. Like, our backup abort mode seemed to work pretty well. Don't get too far away now. You need to catch up to your friend there. Kick that chute around. Dive, friend, dive. Yeah, and then there, that's good enough. And now you need to catch up to that one. And that is quite a descent rate you've got there. Shame if something bad were to happen to it. Yeah, I guess. I mean, if the option was otherwise they just fall and run into one another, then yeah, I think I'd rather have the chutes at this point. Well, y'all try to at least get somewhat, yeah, get turned around, go that way. There you go. Next. You also, about face. Where's your compadre? Way the hell over there. Jeez. Alright. Fun. Free skydiving. Yeah, hey, more training. Isn't that just awesome? And if you could undercut there, hopefully y'all will just do kind of something. Gemini ejection seat, still a better escape system than the space shuttle. Or Ares. Here's a bunch of flying hot molten metal shards. Your parachute should be just fine. This is fine. Everything is just fine. Honestly. Like, why are you complaining? I need you to kill time so your friend can catch up and we can both land. Just, you know. Alright. Are you gaining yet? You gaining yet, friend? No, not... Well, maybe. F4? Can we... Nope. Can't open our targeting window. That sucks. Fine, be that way. Don't pull any punches. Out first. Where's our buddy? Oh, right back there. Okay, I see him. Ares and SLS scare you for the same reason, right? You know, I'm right there with you. I would agree wholeheartedly. Anything involving solid propellant and parachutes land on the VAB. I don't think I can. We're coming in too low. We're gonna smack into the side of it. SLS aboard is just Ares aboard while management plug their ears. It's la 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 la. Nothing to see here. Where's our friend? Should be behind us and high? Huh? Yeah, well, fine, whatever. This is, yeah, over here. So, it really looks like this one should be able to land on the VAB. It's just not actually going to be a thing. 'Cause, yeah, the perspective. Alright, are you coming down first? What's your altitude? How about radar? 30 meters, and you are less than that, 15. Next. Flop. All done here. Nothing to see here. Well, massive success. Recover. Fuck me. Recently got this game via contract that says take a pressure reading above 18,000 meters. When paying attention, take a pressure reading at 85,000. Hey, the contract did not specify how high above 18,000 meters to take that pressure reading. Check. Contract complete. Well, now. Yeah. We'll be on leave until 24 May. That's nice. And recover Mandy. Probably close to the same. Ay. Okay, well, that was, fucking retarded. No more electricity on Zenith Blue for 2 Docker probe. No one gives a shit. You've heard of flyback boosters. We got flyback Kerbals. Yes, recover both Kerbals so it doesn't suffocate 5 feet from the VAB. Yep, got it. Alright, and it looks like we could start the rollout, but they won't be ready to fly until late May, so I guess we just won't. We'll wait the 10 or so hours and start our Navisat network thing. Oh yeah, Bellsat we can scrap and get our money back. Yes, thank you. What's our daily? 9.8. Oh yeah, 900. We could hire some more scientists, but I think we're doing okay. We got plenty of things to research, probably. Integration. Anyway, let's roll this out. That's 2 more days. Oh, hey, look at all this free debris we got. Recover. 8 funds, yeah! 400 funds. I think this is all tower stuff. So we actually shouldn't get paid for that because it's free. But based on how debris-ish it is, surprised that whole rocket didn't destroy itself, but whatever. Is our money going up when we do this? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Cha-ching there. Alright, LC launch Navisat Network 1. Here we go. I find it funny that mission extended their retirement time. Yeah, I want more of that in my career. They're alive! And honestly, that's probably the highest safety rated vehicle they've ever had to fly. Yeah, you know, it's not. Could have been worse. I could have hit the abort button when they were moving at near orbital speeds, and it would have ejected them with parachutes, saying, have fun, fellas. Send some welders out of the causeway, you'll have a new rocket in no time. Absolutely. Alright. 300 by 800. Yeah, let's move this back down. Real quick. Program duration expired. Yeah, we know. Finish its objectives as soon as possible. I'll get started on that right away. First NavSat, first ComSat. Good. Alright. 100 units, check. Above 700, above 1.2. And we're going to go to 800 by 3, because, yeah, and then, inclination. That would be a good thing to check. Has to be, between 88 and 92, so we're going to go to 90. That's right. Good thing I looked at that. Yeah. Alright, and engage autopilot and ignition. I'm pretty sure there's a max eject altitude to prevent that. Oh, fine. I'm glad they built in checks to keep me from looking like such an idiot all the time, instead of just some of the time. MechJev, I really think you're getting a little aggressive with this. If stupid guidance costs me another rocket, we're going to have to make some changes. Above certain speeds, very helpful. It tells you unsafe ejection when you mash the eject button. Interesting. And here, everything was going so well. The one thing that matters that we're losing money on, you know, all the dang time that we wanted to work. Just nah, you're good. And we're going to have to queue up another... yeah, we're going to have to build another one because we can't do rendezvous and docking in the same mission. It would be nice if we could complete all of the objectives in a single launch, but we can't. Oh gosh, and how long till our Venus window? 205 days. We should probably start building for that. That's something, because we need an orbiter that can relay comms, and we need the lander that can land. At least hopefully. And I've got some ideas. I've got a few things drafted up already. We just need to do a bunch of testing with it. So maybe we'll let this ComSat stuff sit for a while, and we'll do Venus testing for the rest of the stream. I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to do ComSat launches? Because we could knock this out before the end of the stream, but probably not much else, or we could do some Venus testing. To tell you, we want to knock that Venus thing out quick as we can so that we can maybe get a Mars landing contract before the next Mars window also, which honestly is probably right around the same. Well, yeah, probably is. So gosh, it would be nice if we could clean this and the orbital stuff up so that we could take a Mars landing contract fairly soon as well. Staging. Patunk. Awesome. I completely forgot to adjust the staging, but it's okay. Probably. So, I'll leave it up to you, chat. Commercial applications, get this cleaned up and finished, or do we do Venus testing? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Ingolfin votes Venus. Hey, if one vote's all we get, then the decision was pretty easy. Might be Commander Keen for Venus, too. Vebus! Vebus Jeebus! Sorry. It's hard having a 5-year-old. Everything comes out stupid. Anyway, sausage deployed. Stick some commercial comsats on Venus? Sure. Why not? Do whatever you want as long as the money's right. Alright. It was good, because commercial comsats is just so boring. I mean, literally, fly basically the same mission with slightly different parameters twice, and then, oh, do it at least 3 more times. No problem. Contract did not specify Earth. You are correct. It does not in here specify Earth at any given point whatsoever. This is 100% very true. All right, 797 by 299. I'll take it. And let's go ahead and close that off. We need to change our apogee to what? Above? No, apoapsis below. Oh, dummy. You basically need to be circular. Oh, periapsis above 700,000. So we just need to circularize. Duh. Yeah, apoapsis. Create node, 135 meters per second, which puts us at 797 circular. Good enough for me. And mouse pointer out of the window, RCS to ARM, execute next node. Why does it look like it's pointing down but increasing altitude? Because we were going up really, really fast, so it was trying to, yeah, negate some of that momentum. Thanks, Jeff. Doing a handbrake turn into orbit, as you do. Problem is getting to Venus orbit without triggering the contract success in Earth orbit. As long as we're under the requirements, which are pretty easy. Periapsis above 700,000 meters. We, our typical transfer orbit's about 180 to 200. I'm very curious. I don't want to let this sit for as long as it's going to take to launch the Venus missions and get to Venus, so I don't know if we'll let it sit quite that long, but we will be able to monitor the checkboxes whilst we are testing. That would be quite fun to see. Perhaps. Or just dumb. I really wonder if they forgot to put that if check in. The orbital body must equal 0. Nowhere, it does not say I have to set up a navigational satellite network over Earth. Nowhere does it specify. Atlas, Vulcan, Saturn, you'll notice it's pointing like 30 degrees up and falling into orbit since low thrust. Yeah. Oh, Centaur. Wiggle, wiggle. Abort node execution. Are we within spec? Yep. Okay. That one's done. Let's stage it. Katunk. No one cares about your avionics. Deploy. No one cares if you're stable. Haha, sucker. I want to see this thing get into the sunlight so we can just know how bad it is and watch the battery slowly deplete. So opposite problem. Stupid powerful second stage. This is also a really light... Like, this is way under tonnage for what this vehicle is supposed to do, and this is our lightest duty launcher. So it's not my fault the contracts are stupid. Oh, well, at least it can kind of pivot in the sun. Not really. Of course it's off angle. Of course the battery is dying. It's all just so stupid. Whatever. That was not specified as part of the contract. Alright. Let's take a quick save here. And let's go to the VAB and let's do some Venus testing, shall we? And one of the rules is to say a dog can't play basketball. Alright. Now then. Yeah, Space Center Management, we don't really need you. Into the VAB. Yeah, customer's problem now, right? Hey, you did not specify angled into the sun, or stable, or, positive net charge. None of these things were specified to us, the builders. Pow. Alright, so we'll go to the smallest one I have as of yet. I have not modified any of this to fit because I do not know if the lander will actually lander. FedEx of Orbital Transportation, the CCSA. Handle with care. Does not specify I cannot toss. Because once it leaves my hands, I am no longer handling it. I am throwing it. Right, so here's this whole thing is basically the lander. And we're going to try to helicopter our way to the surface, which, if I remember correctly, let's pivot these up first. Yeah, we're local and at 0, so these will deploy out like so. And hopefully create enough drag to get us down to the surface. Heat shield kind of stays put. I don't know how long that'll hang on for. Watch future missions. Deployed satellite. Any good tips on getting scientists and engineers to level up in the early bits of career? Terrible at flying? I don't want to keep killing engineers trying to get one to orbit. I mean, really, that's the only way to level them up, is to have them do exciting things. Alright, so let's give these about 1, 2, 3 degrees of pivot. Yeah, dang it. Now I have to do this to make it absolute, and I want to go back to this and fold them back in like so. There we go. I mean, really, I think you can get 1 star by going suborbital, but anything after that, you're gonna have to get them into orbit if you want them to rank up. Alright, so let's put this back together. Let's put it in orbit around Venus, and let's just do a gentle re-entry test. Oh, hey, how did that is... nope. Bottom diameters, outer, the inner needs to come way out, because we don't need that kind of mass. And 90 and 100, that's about the min-maxi as we can go on that. So let's fold you back together. Like so. There we go. Handle with care. Never said I had to foot carefully. Punts. Having to watch the stream in 360 is bad. Oh man. So sorry, Rocket Goose. That is untenable. Save. Alright. Let's simulate. Select body. Venus. Learn to read. Orbital. Let's start low, 200 kilometers, and then we'll work from there. Simulate. We just want to see if it's stable on re-entry. Because it's so teardroppy and it doesn't have like that classic Apollo shape, I honestly do not know if it's going to be aerodynamically stable. And there's no guidance on it. We have no means of keeping it stable either. I wanted to try to all the things we did for the Mars lander stuff, where we had the RCS on the aeroshell and the aeroshell separated in multiple segments as it came down, was great, but didn't activate avionics, RCS to arm, stage it in, and point to retrograde, please. It was helpful, but I think the added complexity added a lot of mass. Whereas this whole thing is, you know, like almost a little more than, or a little less than a quarter ton. Now I figure for Venus transfer on our biggest rocket, we can go up to about 1.2, 1.3 ton. But this right now is in like F2T launcher range, our medium duty rocket. It would be really cool if we could launch this, because obviously the support structure can come down. If this doesn't work and it's not aerodynamically stable, we'll go back a few revisions to a much larger version that kind of fit this transfer segment in something that's much more aerodynamically stable. But I was also hoping that if we can keep the heat shield attached, maybe it'll help insulate the internals from the crushing pressures and heat and stuff like that. Whereas we have this big broad heat shield to make it kind of more of a classically Apollo shaped capsule, we're going to have to get rid of that heat shield if we want our helicoptery blades to actually do anything. Alright, we were retrograde for a while, I just wasn't paying attention, so let's go ahead and make our deorbit maneuver. Yeah. Technically suborbital now, but we're going to get it down to about 90 kilometers, because then we'll hit the actual frying pan of Venus's atmosphere. There we go, shutting down. Got a question, can I move the game files to a USB drive and play this game on a different computer? Yes. You absolutely can. What I recommend doing, especially if you're running modified, is to remove the game data folder, zip that separately, and then zip the main game as its own thing. And then, you know, save them to a flash drive, and then you can move it to between whatever computers you want. Ad infinitum. And oh no, be completely stock. Oh yeah, completely stock build. You can probably, I don't know, gosh, like there's a single file size limit for something depending on the file formatting. Oh, why did it kick us out time warp? We're nowhere near the point where I would like to make sure that we're retrograde before we separate, which would be, yeah, nowish seems good. Get back to retrograde, and you got to start spin stabilizing, friend. You have 5 KSP instances in your Steam apps folder. Nice. You could speed this along before you actually hit atmosphere, that'd be great. I don't care about the electric charge on Navisat 1. I cannot be bothered with that right now. Alright, surface velocity negative. We can get that dialed in, please. Alright, and yeah, sorry. Started my wiggle a little too soon. Alright, let's start the spin. Alright, we got about 10 kilometers to fall, so we'll try to get some fairly aggressive amounts of spin on this, just to see if that helps with our stability. Plenty of RCS propellant, which, oh, by the way, we have upgraded to Aerozine and N204, which is awesome. Alright, let's switch this off. Be kind of cool if we were spinning into the props, but I doubt we're that lucky. Just keep spinning it. Just want to play in your lunch hour at work without remote home in your PC. Then yeah, go for it. How does this thing phone home? There is a very high gain antenna in here, but it will need to communicate with an orbiter that has equally high gain on it. Are we already pivoting off axis? Yeah. Stage it. None avionics. That's to be expected. Let's switch vessels. Oh, how do you not have comms, but the mothership does? What the fuck? I really needed you to back away, and now I can't do that. Control point. Command. Control point default, forward, reversed, so that means that, nope. Fuck. Control point default, nope. Forward, nope. Well, hey, okay now. Maybe it'll just spin off to the side. Wouldn't that be great? Okay. Always be keeping at least one KSP instance for handy when the time comes. It can be uploaded direct to your brain. Good planning. Cadessa! Insert rookie numbers meme here. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome. Alright. Oh yeah, we are atmospheric. That's cool. Let's see how stable we are. Point the antenna at the lander. I'll say this is going to burn up in the atmosphere. This is coming with us. That's our support package. And really, for testing, we don't need much comms. We're going to try really hard to have something in orbit on station that can relay comms. Like, oh, hey, would you look at that? Ha! Ding! We are actually bouncing our signal off our existing satellite. How fortuitous. I think our descent into the atmosphere will take longer than that thing will be able to pick up our signal. But it is a rather slow-moving part of its orbit. 1 second, please. Lady Crash says hello, everyone. Okay, hey, we are still spinning and we're still pointing relatively the correct direction. This is Venus, and more like atmosphere. I'm sure that's cool. I think you are mistaken. 100% correct. Or at least almost, but not yet. No, we don't need ascent guidance. Nothing ever leaves. I feel real dumb if this actually works on the first try, because then I'll just be like, oh, testing complete, moving on. No, we'll size down the support package, we'll see what rocket it fits on. And then we'll try to remember that this takes a very specific set of approach. Well, actually, we should test it from a much higher orbital insertion. We really want to stress test the heat shield as best we can. God, that angle. I'm pretty sure that this top half of the aeroshell is doomed and is going to melt rather quickly. Yeah. Oh no, you see, we're deviating sideways now. Oh, yep. And there goes the top of the aeroshell. Crude Venus landing when? We need volunteers, and somebody's got to foot the bill. Yep. There goes the aeroshell. Son of a biscuits. Is the pointy heat shield better than the flat ones? I don't know. I see it a lot in the RP1 Discord channel. Oh, really? This one? I don't know. I have yet to find a useful scenario where this thing actually pays off, but I think it's mostly aesthetics. Ah, crap. We're bicycling. I guess our answer of aerodynamic stability is a moot point now. IRL, it would be much, much worse. The blunter, the better. Yeah. So maybe we just because this is a battery under here. That's to get us enough electric charge to transmit stuff home. So maybe we just switch this out for a flat one. Make the battery flat also. You know, I think we can redesign this to utilize a flat heat shield. I just wonder if having it is going to really fuck up our method of landing. Which, yeah, that oscillation, that's not great. Say once we get to about the 90-kilometer mark, things are going to start really getting extra bad for this thing, especially if those wing sections start getting into the airflow like this. They should be gone already. Hey, we're down to 6.4 kilometers per second. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work very well. I'm legit alarmed at how not melted this thing is. Although, oh yeah, we don't have a whole lot of G-loading on it yet. Pop, pop. Yep, pop, pop. There they go. I'm surprised it hasn't melted. Just give it an extra second or two. Oh, would you look at that? The wing section's melted off and suddenly we're just right into the airflow, just like we should be. That's interesting for something that shouldn't have had any interactions because it was behind the plasma trail anyway. Wonder how it would do if it was not spinning. Never used it because of aesthetics. Fair. I used it only because it gave me a nice deep dish for which to put my batteries. Payoff with having mass for thermal sink reasons. Interesting. Yeah, I'm very, I'm intrigued now. Our airflow things removed, it's suddenly very stable. And actually defaulted into its stability, and that is super interesting to me. Recollection about pointy heat shields being better in some scenarios. I think this might be from an old Scott Manley video. Interesting. Ka-tunk. Oh, well that turns out was going much faster than we are. Alright. This test, not great, because it's going to crash into the surface, and I'm not going to sit here for an hour while we slowly descend through Venus's thick-ass atmosphere so that we can watch it not succeed. So, One, well, I think if we come in more aerodynamically stable than we were, let's move our support package, and let's just drag this down like so. Now you can see the battery. Plant this up. Let's, yeah, and it's early lunar heat shield, which I have no idea it's actually going to make it or not. The restock one is actually fairly deep. Maybe we can do that without any modification at all. That would be interesting. Oh, wait, hold on, force percent. Let's jack that way the hell up in case we want to ditch it, just cause it's probably going to throw us off when we're helicopteringing. Can we just tuck you in there without having to do much else? Is that battery sticking through? I can't. Oh, I hit the Windows key instead of Shift. I can't really tell, to be honest with you, but I think that might work better. I don't know. I would like for this top part to be much shorter, but that means the wing sections have to be shorter, and that means that they won't clear anything at all. Oops, let's put you back together and move you along the line the way that you're supposed to go, which is like so. That might actually be enough to keep it out of the airflow. I hope. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, so let's, I don't know, can we make this any shorter without it really screwing shit up? Does not look like it. I wish there was a way you could make this transparent just so you could know. And I do wonder if increasing stringer mass will help with heat dissipation. You know what, let's one factor at a time, Cosmo. Let's try just changing one thing at a time. Save. We don't want that to increase anything. Let's also, if we can, put a antenna back on this, because it looks like we'll have comms. Yeah, 30 dB UHF. That takes our tonnage up to 2.66, which would have been nice to check how much tonnage we're dealing with. Yeah, 0.332. Excellent. So long as we stay under a third of a ton, we don't have to adjust our avionics yet. All right, let's run it again, shall we? Simulate, simulate. Here we go. I don't know if y'all remember me complaining last week that I was the fans on my old 1060 were starting to hit the frame of the card, which is a common thing that happens when your card gets old. It starts to kind of sag down a little bit. So I cut a pencil and wedged it in there to support the card up, and it hasn't made the whiny grinding sound all day, and I am super happy with my ability to fix that with some garbage I had sitting around because I got really annoyed. Activate avionics, angle to retrograde please, and RCS to arm, stage it. At least if we deorbit on the dark side, we can land on the light. Oh, I feel betrayed. Lady Crash made popcorn. I can smell it wafting in here. And I'm really sad. I haven't even had dinner yet, and they're out there having snacks. It'd be really rude of me to eat popcorn on stream because you'd basically just hear nothing but crunching. Ever and ever. Okay, so I had planned on spinning this one up before we hit Atmo. But if the sincere belief of the chat is that not spinning would be better, we can try that. Alright, we're going to get periapsis down to about 90 kilometers again. Three, two, one, and done. Graphics card fix. Like he did your film cameras with the toothpick. It may very well be. Somewhat close to something of that nature, yes. We're going to get interrupted a lot, and I don't care. You can spin to your little heart's content, friend. Never have luck spinning your Atmo landers? Really? It's a nice way to negate whatever force this thing is going to decide to impart on you, because it's rather whimsical on whether or not it's going to stay at 0% or 1 kilonewton or 16 kilonewtons and 100%. It just kind of decides at random what it wants to do that day. Last time, it looked like it was still at 0. So, you know what? We'll try not spinning it, and if it goes all wonky because of the decoupler, we'll just restart the sim and go from there. So, surface velocity negative. Let's see if that imparts any effect. It does not. Let's switch this to kill rotation. And up our angle by just a smidge to account for entry angle changes. Right about there should be good. And stage it. Switch vessel, you still have comms. Yep, go rocket ship yourself away, please. And off to the side as well. That should be enough. Wow, I can't see anything. Well, let's hope we get into daylight here pretty soon. Or give it a real slow spin. We tried for nothing. We tried for 0 spin. It seems to have worked. Yeah, looks like we are holding attitude rather well. Thunk. There's our Atmo transition. Let's time warp along. I was hoping we'd get to daybreak, so that I know y'all can't see anything. I can't see anything either, and I feel real dumb about that. Extra sorry. Yeah, maybe there's something. It's holding nicely. I'm hoping we're coming into daybreak here shortly, maybe. Golly, where are we? Yeah, no, I don't even know if we're going to make it to daybreak. Sorry. Once we clear the clouds, maybe there'll be something to look at. I'll try my best here, but we are in the atmosphere. We're pointing retrograde. Everything is coming up Millhouse. Oh, yay! Daybreak. Man, not having to spin this thing up would help a whole lot, but there's no avionics on it at all. Like, it's a science core in there. Telemetry analysis of Venus flying high. And that's awesome. We just lucked into having comms for this whole thing. I am excited. Let's see if it works. If the whole aeroshell holds out long enough to get us slow enough, then man, that'd be pretty incredible. We'll see how well the helicopter-y thing works. It worked in a previous save. I don't know if there have been updates to make it... hey, there's Earth. There's our deorbit camera change. Fantastic. 120 kilometers altitude. Now say the real fun starts at about 90 kilometers. Use planet shine to increase ambient light. Not really realistic, but it does mean you can see. I'll say I think I've been using the stock slider, which I thought I had set, but I don't know, maybe Venus, the dark side of Venus is just extra dark. Okay, hey, there's our heat shield starting to warm up. If it can survive this, then that tells us absolutely nothing about the mission itself, but other than doohickey is aerodynamically stable should you enter the atmosphere correctly. What parts of the helicopter things made out of? They are control surfaces, just with the spoiler settings set to pivot them out about 80 degrees. Welcome back, Lucy. We're having much better luck on this test than last time. All right, 100 kilometers. The fun starts 10 kilometers from now. Hey, we are still butt into the wind. And I think we're well past the part where our aeroshell melted off last time. We'll see if it holds up this time. Keeping its... Nope. Uh-oh. Heat warning on something. I don't think that's the aeroshell. I think that's the battery that we've pushed deep into the heat shield. There may be some saturation of heat going on here, but 95 kilometers. We're almost at the point where I think we're going to hit our... Now, we got a lot of G-loading to go, but that heat bar is not walking up. So hopefully we're dissipating just as much heat as we're saturating through it via ablation. It's oscillating, so it's passively stable. Is it? Oh, good eye. Yeah, it's pivoting up and down by a degree or two. But yeah, you're right. It's keeping itself with its ass into the breeze, which is excellent. Ah, our heat warning has dissipated. Fantastic. That bodes well. We'll be at our point of separation here pretty soon. Once we get down to, I don't know, somewhere between 70 and 80 kilometers. We're still moving at about 2.6 kilometers per second. There'll be oh man, yeah. G's are dissipating. The flamey bits are deflaming. Sweet. Alright. Hell yeah. We'll give it a little bit longer to slow itself down so we don't tear our wing bits off when we stage it. Or when we go to deploy, I guess. This Delta Papa Alpha India is still blocked. Yep. And will remain so forever. Alright, 75 kilometers, 400 meters per second. Let's go ahead and clear the aeroshell. Oh, hello. Hello, friend. And engage the brakes. It's probably going to bicycle for a little bit. Oh no, it looks like it's actually it's going to wiggle itself around its retrograde vector. That is I'll take it. That's a good sign. Not enough atmospheric density to really cause a spin yet, but hey, We're doing okay here. And now we actually do need to see if this thing can reach the surface before it melts. So I hope y'all have brought interesting things to talk about, because we're going to be here for a while. And yeah, the wiggling oscillation, interesting, but does kind of create drag as it wiggles back and forth. Interesting, you say? Thank you, Nightbot. We need not be exposed to such heresy here, Lucy. Passively stable 2 modes of flight. We got ourselves aerospace engineer here? No. Good God, no. Yeah, the broken clock is right twice a day. Man, amazing how much difference just changing that heat shield can be. Holy hell. I am excited. This is going entirely too well, which can only mean that it's going to melt before it hits the surface. But man, at least the views are nice. I preferred the deeper one. Oh, so many spins, so many puns. Of course you would. Yep. I think the no spin helped a lot. That could have been no innuendo, just like the pattern, but yeah, no innuendo indeed. I think the deep one might have worked without the spin. Barely, but maybe. Interesting. I don't know. Like, having something that works this well, I don't think I'm willing to experiment that much anymore. Y'all know it's going to be a solid hour before we ever see surface, right? You know, we're 32 kilometers, falling unaided at 30 meters per second, and slowing into the winds. Makes it look like we've got all kinds of awesome horizontal velocity. Go, little guy, go! Get RSS remastered. Venus is so pretty. Okay, let me write this down. I will have to do that. Remastered. I can just grab that from CCAN, I hope. It's not on CCAN. I am that lazy. My bad. Reborn. Damn it, now I have to write a different note. Reborn. And no. Dang it, it's not on CCAN? I think you need better time warp for this. That is a possibility. Y'all aren't appreciating the nice, thick, amazing cloud renderings that we have here, since I don't have $5 to give to BlackRock. Hey, Venus Temp Scan, Flying Low Highlands, 52.8 credits. Wow, the pressure is a whopping 9,000 kPa. I think we settled on its RSS Reborn. Send you the doc. Okay, excellent, thank you. Quite elite. Wow, good to see you. Welcome. Don't you need BlackRock's Patreon membership to make Reborn work? Oh, is that so? No, the world's longest auto rotation. And we are in 4x physics warp too. Oh hey, our arrow shell hit the dirt. At least we know how long it would have taken us had we not been slowing our descent. Oh yeah, we're gonna sit here for a while because it's gonna get slower and slower and slower. Check Dim's got it. All right, Lucy. Yes, I will. I will reach out to you at the end of the stream. 17 kilometers altitude and no overheat warnings. I wish I could make this warp faster. Alright. We could also... Wow! Those wings are... Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's get it off axis and then redeploy, and let's see if it naturally floats back to its retrograde vector. Wow, that deceleration hits quick. So if we want to fall faster, we just keep the wings folded in. Close the brakes. Plummet, open last minute. Auto-rotate goodness? Possibly. Are the air brakes procedural wings? They are procedural control surfaces. I do believe they're supersonic. I have increased the... Of course, it's not going to show us that here. The structural... whatever... The structural slider on it has been increased just a little bit to deal with the added pressure and force, but yeah, it does look like it will actually recover into a stable natural spin if you give it a minute to do so. Dude, sweet. To make the wings flaps, you can control the descent rate. That's our flap spoiler deflect is the same. Okay, so how do we deflect more? Deflect more? Deflect more? Well, it looks like it's only actually stable at the highest deflection rate. It's interesting. And yeah, it can't be a flap and a spoiler at the same time. Just turning flap active turns spoiler deactive, whatever. Alright. Deflect less. Well, it's maintaining that stability. Deflect more. Takes it to 14.3. Deflect less. Takes it up to 14.8. Okay, so that does give us a little bit of throttle control. And the difference to old RSS RO series is change from RP0 to RP1. I mean, yeah, this is kind of the, I don't know, the old series, the 1.1.3 series was definitely RP0. I think they made the change to RP1 when KSP went to 1.3, when tooling and stuff like that came in. And now we're on RP1 launch complexes and programs, LCnP, which is what this one is in. This is you know, contrary to all my old rules, this one is constantly updated, although I haven't been constantly updating it in about the past 2 weeks. Or month or so. But that was the goal, was to keep it on the most updated version. Since there were going to be no more KSP versions, I didn't have to worry so much about version incompatibility. If they make a big suite of changes, I might stop, but, you know, because I don't want to lose my save progress, obviously. Although at some point I'll probably just be like, and I've screwed this one up too bad, it's time to start over. So we'll see what happens. You're in high school. Oh man, yeah. That was... holy crap. Jesus, 8 years ago is when I first started the 1.1.3 save. Oh, we have overheat warnings now. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Only 3 kilometers left to fall. All of our wingy bits are starting to melt. I wonder if hitting the ground at 12 meters per second is going to be fatal. That didn't do a whole lot for us. Getting there sooner might not... it would probably help. We just need them there long enough to get us onto the ground safely. What's the birdcage holding the wings made from? Structural parts. Just procedural structure. Deflect more, oscillating too much. 1.5 kilometers. Please no melt. Please. Oh, no, wait. I think I'm wrong. I think that is procedural isogrid tank. Or, yeah, procedural service module with batteries because they had, whatchamahoosit, MLI. And that made all the difference. Everything here has been racked up with 25 layers of MLI. Oh shit, 400 meters, 11 meters per second. Might not be slow enough. Tooling funds. we just wrapped it in money. It's entirely wrapped in money. Oh, 11 meters per second. This is gonna hurt. Bonk. Oh. Okay. Holy fucking shit, it worked. Oh yeah, y'all ain't fucking spoilers anymore. What the absolute shit? Huh. The amount of time in the atmosphere is hot as hell. Does it work on re-entry vehicles like space planes? Like what, the passive helicopter blading? It works pretty well on Venus because the atmosphere is so thick. I think unless you're adding propellant, like unless you're propelling the spin, it doesn't work very well at Earth. Oh, no MLI? Never tried it. I have no idea, but I cannot believe this dumb fucking thing worked. And it's like 1/10 of a ton. We'll scale back the service module to get it, I don't know, to be not ridiculously oversized. And then we will... Gotta get going. Godspeed, Cosmo. Right on, Lucy. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you. Might steal this design. Please do. Please tell me that this is not a fluke and this will actually work. And will it survive long enough to transmit the data home? I mean, it looks like it's surviving. Oh, there goes signal. We were able to radio some stuff in. Now we have overheat warnings. So, yeah, like, heat that saturates should become a problem. Yep, here it is. And I just want to know what our endurance is before this thing melts and dies. I don't think you can put MLI on the spaceplane tanks. MLI doesn't work long enough to re-enter on other tanks. Interesting. Alright, let's just warp through until we have a failure. Oh, come on. Navisat 1 batteries died. How predictable. Stop it. Yep. So we're going to have to make some adjustments to our Navisat stuff if we're going to have those things stay up long enough for the network to complete, or we're just going to have to wait for all the satellites to get done being built and then launch them in rapid succession, which kind of sucks. Man, 7 hours. I mean, I know that's total flight time and not just our time here on the surface, but my definition of being a fluke would have to work. Interesting. Alright. Something here is going to melt and fail eventually, but all of our science is complete. When do we reacquire signal from our orbiter? That would be the next check. Calculate heat during warp. We are getting heat buildup during warp. So I would assume. Alright, we got signal back, and still nothing has exploded. It's been 1 day and 3 hours. So basically, it looks like we get our satellite begins coverage every 25 hours or so. But yeah, it doesn't look like our heat bars are increasing anymore, so maybe they've saturated as much heat as the game is willing to. No more electric charge on Venus Lander 5, so that's it. That's all we got. 1 day and 11 hours, which should be enough for our overhead satellite to make at least one pass. Holy fucking shit, I cannot believe this thing might actually work. I don't know what to do with myself. Testing isn't supposed to go this well. Like, our Mars testing certainly didn't go this well. I don't know. Landing on Venus is pretty easy. If you ignore all the atmospheric hazards like acid and temperature, which thankfully the game doesn't model very well. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to go back to the VAB. MLI layers saturated all the heat on Venus. It's some magic fiberglass is what we have. All right, so this little piece of idiocy might actually work, and that is kind of scary. So, first thing we'll do is scooch these out. God, what's the diameter on this thing? Nope, that's PropTech Service Module. Your diameter is 1/2 meter. It's no longer a hellscape. It's a nice place to holiday. Who knew terraforming was so easy? Yeah, we just send a spacecraft to suck up all the heat. It is the answer. Alright. Now, make some stylistic choices here. This is generally the thing I prefer to do off-stream, just because it's, inner. Let's drop you down to 510 millimeters so that we can have a nice little buffer. I don't know. All right, what's our current vessel mass? 2.65. So let's. No, mature avionics. Let's unlock that for sure. Let's drop our control mass to 2.5 probably. I think we'll be around there. Oh man, it's at 94% still. Son of a bitch. Terraforming? Nah, just give everyone a fuzzy pink jacket. It'll be fine. Doodle Sack Jumper. How's it going? I hope I didn't butcher that name. Welcome. Alright, let's drop the inner to 0. And how much room does that give us? 60%. So how much of this can we walk in? 83. Nope, there it is. Looks like 800 millimeters is going to be about our maximum, and that really drops it down. So let's walk that out to, let's just go for a straight 850. He says while moving the slider in the wrongiest of wrong directions. Gosh, if only there were a way for me to type the number in manually. I can drop the length to 200 solid. No, I pronounced it correct. Dude, that's 2 in a row. I'm killing it today. Yes! Oh, I'm doing all right. Our very passive, very lightweight Venus lander just proved itself in testing. So now we gotta alter the support structure for it to make it work. I would prefer if it was. I guess it doesn't actually need to be hollow. But whatever. We're here now. Oh, control mass. We need to. Oh. We need to not close the thing. What's our tonnage? 2.64. Ooh, so maybe we do need to be a little higher. Let's shoot for 2.6 and see if we can't more in planes. Fair enough. I love making planes. There's just not a lot of room for it in RSS. Quite unfortunately. Alright, 96.3, 2.6. Let's open up the inner just a smidge and see if we can't get that utilization a little more optimized. Yeah, I forgot. The first 100 millimeters don't actually count. Yeah, we'll go for a solid 140 because that's a good round number, and we want a little bit of extra battery. Why not? Double rapiers. Oh man, running out of oxidizer. It happens all too often. All right, so then let's drop some of our other diameters, and we're gonna have to make some structure, hold our solar panels. We're still kind of over tonnage, but you know what? We'll just We'll make it work. All right. Enter. What were we at? 850. We want our outer to be 850. $837, 848. You didn't give me 2 millimeters of swing on that? Seriously? No. Straight 840 would be great. Okay, there we go. If you like planes, not suggest going back to the start of the series and watching the SG-27 F-15 XLR-11 rocket amalgamation. Oh, but that thing was so much fun. Just remember the origami planes from the old series. Oh, yes, I would love to try the folding planes again. Honestly, but there's no robotic parts yet. And so, like, I'm waiting and holding out hope that maybe at some point I can recreate those, because you have no idea my burning desire to want to remake that craft. It is quite intense. Pop out fins reminded you. PC wouldn't be burning. You know, it happens. So no mods on Xbox. Oh man, bummer. Mods are what make this game so much awesome. $800, and yeah, can we put it at solid 850? Does it look like it's touching? It's almost touching. Fine. And then drop these in the same way. 900, 850. What's our mass at? 2.6 all. Sweet. We're getting there. Of course, we need to make a structure to support this, so I think we're going to end up being higher than we anticipate. Scooch these back out into position. There we go. Y'all as well. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. I'll take it. Do I need to put the solar panels out on supports, or do they extend far enough to where it doesn't make a difference? Because honestly, I'd be okay with that. Extend solar panel. Yeah! I do get beyond the range of that thing, and you know what? I'll take that. You can get the robotic parts to work nicely in RP1 nowadays. Really, like the old Infernal robotic stuff or the stock robotic parts. Flying right into the sun and you're out of fuel. Fun! That sounds awesome! Alright, so let's scooch this down. This is going to come up like that. It should clear all the way around with a little bit of a gap. There we go. We'll test for decoupling and make sure it doesn't bang into anything. So, nope. Yep. Let's scooch this off to the side. Let's grab another structural truss piece. What are you attached to? I don't like that. Not one bit, no sir. So, there we go. Now we're attached to the correct thing. Truss 10. $510mm, yeah. New RP1 suggestion: a separate set of engineers and researchers called tool and die makers to counteract Cosmos. Burning and exploding. Well, happens to everyone. You have to kind of get used to it in this game, I reckon. Nope, not 900. 850 is our go-to number here. Ding. Blatant abuse of structural parts. How is this not using them exactly as intended? That's my question. This is like the use case for these parts. Like, I don't know. I would be offended, except you know, It's true. Yeah, we'll give ourselves 20 millimeters of work room here. And then, yeah, I forgot, these can't be 850. They have to be, they're 10 millimeters thick, so we want them at about there. Okay. And then you just scooch you down a smidgen so they look like they're attaching on the top of the posts there. New name for the plane: kill useless employees and fly directly into the sun. Excellent naming convention. I approve. And boom. Clink. I love how it just clips into things by default. Alright, now we can drop this length down. Yeah, fair enough. I'll take it. What's our total mass? 2.61. So we do need to add a little bit here, give us some overflow. The comms antenna is still intact. Save. And we will make no other changes other than maybe painting it something. And just launching your first satellite contract with the most ridiculous spin. The second stage is going 7 RPS, rotations per second. Wow. It's going to make 2 orbits at best. No, hey. That's all you need, right? Faked doctor note. Decide this, we can legally send you into the sun. Whether it's intended or not. Well, thank you, Rocket Goose. I appreciate that. Alright, let's try to maximize for a little bit here. Or optimize. That's optimize is the word I'm looking for. 0.075. Now that we have the slider and it won't go into negative, we can just tuck you in quite nicely. There we go. Save. Alright, now, traditionally, no, not you. Traditionally, structural pieces, we need to get rid of that, are glossy black. Both ends, there we go. Pow. And playing so long it bends. Yeah, hey, sometimes, yeah, you just work it to your advantage. KSP Enjoyer, welcome. What mods do I use? All of them. Yeah, this is KSP RSS, Real Solar System, with a Real Progression 1, and the Launch Complexes and Probes mod. Which is actually pretty easy to install from CCAN. Alright, retract antenna. And the solar panel. Actually, that them poking through like that, meeting perfectly with our structural ring down there on the bottom, doesn't make me upset. I think we'll go for it. Alright, and let's paint this a different color so that we can see it should it become nighttime. Open recoloring GUI. Let's do a nice little bronze cap there, just so we're not confused. Yeah, alright, and retract solar panels. Let's get this in a storageable position, and let's see what rocket we can mate it to get it to where it needs to be. If you want express install, gets you most of the way there. Agreed. Attached 2 Boeing engines to a Mark II cockpit. Hey, whatever makes it work, right? Alright, so I'm pretty dang certain we can't fly this on a BP platform. So, oh, do I not have... Oh, God, I'm such an idiot. I don't have an F2 saved in here that I can just attach. That's extra stupid. Save, save, save. So let's open up something that flew recently on an F2 platform. Oh man, I think the geocomms are the most recently updated. So we'll bring out geocom 2B and we'll save the F2 as its own doohickey in the thing with the stuff. Although honestly, maybe we should make some updates to it whilst we're here. God, updates are expensive though. I need to think about this. I know we've unlocked a bunch of tech since I've just been sitting idly by doing F-all. Yep, no new engines there. Do we have any engine upgrades down here? Nope. No new 107s, which probably means also no new 108s. Correct. Alright. Certainly not going to change tank types, but we could update our avionics. You're getting a British Petroleum rig all the way to Venus, a BP platform. BP4W. Have you not picked up on my engine naming schemes? Let me just... I don't know if you were here for that conversation, but BP4W was one of my first rockets. That's our little light-duty guy. The updated versions of that are the BPZE. This is the F2T. The detuned version of it is the F2. And then the M52 TU-28 has several versions over its lifetime. This is our big boy launcher. Our R7 analog. And we've got the M52. We've also got the we had the M54, and now we've got the S54, which is what we're working with currently. The plane itself is a wing, so you don't need extra wings. You know, if it works, don't F with it. Second attempt rotation is 16.5 RPS. Still not going to make the contract minimum of 5 orbits. Oh, that sucks. Alright, let's scooch you down. And, oh yeah, I need this open and this open. This is the whole point of why we're here, so that I can grab this and make it a sub-assembly. F2T, call it Bravo because I know it's been updated before. Save. My air brakes. The misclicks, they do happen. Alright, open, don't save. And we go all the way down to the bottom of Venus Lander 5. Load. Mr. Mark, huzzah! How's it going? Welcome, welcome. And then we pull out our F2T Bravo. Now we have doubled the decouplers. Which, yeah, you should be the uppermost part, right? Because I will need to add structure to this to make it work. Doodle deck dumper. Oh man, wow, I knew I'd butcher it eventually. Thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're enjoying your time here. Alright, so yeah, need to add one structural bit to this to make it worthwhile. Structure. I'm already in structure. Look at me go. Pow. Bing. Truss. We'll do a rod diameter of 20 millimeters to seem like we're being legit, and we want, I guess, 4 of them. Alright, and then reattach this little guy. This is gonna absolutely murder anything, any semblance of usability here. Alright, dang, 2 meters, really? We're gonna clip it up a little bit, tuck it in so that those look like they mate at the corners. Maybe you should make a truss assembly since you use them so often. Yeah, but where's the fun in that? And every truss has to be, I don't know, purpose-built, custom fit. Is that about as close as I can get that? Yeah, so we're going to need to add some length here. Give it a little double tap there. Alright, and I do want y'all to be offset by... No, I want the tilt angle at about 30 degrees, or 30. No, we're just going to go straight for... Because honestly, I want them inverted to be attached. It's going to max that out at 45, isn't it? Yeah, which means that has to be up at 45 if I want them to contact at the tip. There we go. You just blindly alt-click his rocket. Every third part is a structural truss. Ouch! Go 855 on this. I do feel personally attacked. Just so you know. Too close to home. And we'll just nudge those right in there on the bottom, and we can actually bring these down a little bit. Oh yeah, hey, look at that. I'll take it. I think we're good. Save. Venus Lander 5, ready for launch testing. Holy shit. Oh, our staging is all effed up, but who cares? Let's get you above ground. Is it bad your plane can't steer? It depends. How much of that plane do you want to get back? Alright, so we need to create a stage down here, because that's main engine, clamps, booster sep, staging, ullaging, 405 ignition. Oh, do you not have maneuvering thrusters on your 405H? Are you not updated? Yeah, it's a 405H2. Oh no, your maneuvering thrusters are down lower. Duh, I'm thinking of the other vessel. Yep, and those need to come online, and then that's this stage. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, ullage ring. That's lander sep, and that's aeroshell sep. So there's our Delta V layout. 13709. Oh, shnikes. Maybe we don't have enough. Don't make me count. You want to kill the employees? Well, it sounds like you're having a pretty good run of it. Alright, let's get some fairings on this, and let's make sure that we have the Delta V to get to where we need to go. Run a quick launch test. Yeah, I got about half an hour. Why not? Let's boom, boom. Man, so much fairing for so little cargo. Oh, I can. Well, you know what? Those solar panels were scaled for its previous avionics size, which is not what we are at now. We could scale them back and save a bunch of tonnage, but unless we have to, I don't think we will. And let's possibly deploy the fairings at a somewhat reasonable locale. Like there. Save. Alright. And let's run the sim. Not from Venus. Possibly from Earth. And definitely not from orbit. Oh, I should have checked the days until the Venus window. We could have done this somewhat legitimately. More pertinent questions. How far away do you want to cut some former employees? Boeing 747 wings. Well, you know, lofty goals. Alright, we're going to launch this into an orbit, and then we're going to check against the criteria for our Venus window that is coming up in like 200 days. So, MechJeb, ascent guidance, thank you very much. We would like to go to a basic bitch 180 by 180 at current inclination. And, yeah, engage autopilot and ignition. Cannot find what's causing the spin. Third attempt was 25 rotations per second. Decouplers impart forces in weird ways? Yeah, RCS build aid would be a good way to check too. You can check your center of mass versus your center of thrust, and tell you how much lateral thrust you're getting. Right. If you'll excuse me for just 1 second, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Lady Crash and the kiddo are watching the Taylor Swift thingy, and there was something absolutely amazeballs that needed to be shown to me right now. And they were not wrong. There you go. It's stupid. It doesn't work. Well, you know, you're just one more iteration away from achieving your goals of, I don't know, mass Kerbal murder? Anyway, good to know Booster Sep went clean. Everything seems to be going pretty well, so there's that. Alright, and according to this, we should have 4.4 kilometers per second of delta V remaining on orbital insertion. That should be more than enough to get us to Venus. I'm really hoping, like, fingers crossed, that's enough to get us there. Let's check our alarm details here. Phase angle, ejection delta V, 3,829 meters per second. Alright. And insertion delta V is only 3.3 kilometers per second. Interesting. Oh no. Y'all know what we forgot to test for. If the heat shield is going to survive re-entry at interplanetary velocities. Didn't great on low orbit. I don't know if that heat shield's going to hold out for a straight shot at Venus from this far away. And I guess we should really test for that. Oh, biscuits. Is it worth testing? It's not worth testing this. Because we need to know if we can survive orbital. We need to know if we can survive hitting Venus's atmosphere. 15 more Boeing wings. Hey, there you go. That'll do it. Just thinking about the interplanetary re-entry. Well, thanks for bringing it up sooner, Jeff. Jeez. Venus Lander 5, we'll leave this as its own thing. We'll have our test vehicle, hit save. And we will get rid of everything below the ullage ring, as well as the fairings. We need to update. You know what? We're just gonna Alt F12 to give ourselves control. Because honestly, I'm going to. Oh wait, no, those are deep space avionics. Yeah, excellent. So simulate, select body, Venus, orbital altitude. What is our maximum? 616,280. There we go. And simulate. There we go. You definitely need more wings. Did you get a heat warning at just orbital speed? Maybe? Gosh, did I? I hope not. Oh, that would be inconvenient, to say the very least. Horrendously inconvenient. Okay. There. There it is. Alright, ascent guidance, we don't need you right now. Landing info, we actually don't need you either. And do we have comms? Of course not. That would be entirely too convenient. Extend. Hopefully that won't cause issues later. Now we've got comms. Alright. Maneuver. This is going to be fun and interesting. Oh, Jesus. Change periapsis to 90 kilometers at a fixed time of, well, will give us 260 seconds. Make sure I specify. Create node. Pow. There it is. All right. And honestly, we want to add a lot of angular to this to make sure that we can try to simulate as best we can coming at this super hard. don't worry, we got the Delta V, so... yeah, we can do this. 51 might be a bit of a stretch, but 78 we can correct for that. Okay, back, RCS to ARM, make sure it's not currently on, stage it in, and execute next node, please. Alright, Venus atmosphere itself is hot enough to trigger the heat warning. So yeah, we did actually see a heat warning on that. So this will all be very interesting to see. If we need to possibly rush the next heat shield tech in order to make this work, and how that is going to impact our balance and our total spacecraft longevity or something. Because I think the next one is, we've got lunar heat shields, which I think are rated for interplanetary returns. It should be perhaps-ish. Maybe somewhat. But we're going to put a lot of energy into our orbit here, and we'll see how hard we smack into the atmosphere. And see what that can tell us. If much of anything, honestly. Yeah, please get back on that node there, friend. Kerbal alarm clock, you can also go away. Go ahead and get our solar panels out, because why the hell not? Extend, 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 extend. Alright. This is going to take a minute. And wow, yeah, added a whole lot of just go the hell to Venus into this maneuver node. One battery pack was causing the spin. Oh man. Yeah, just that one little itty bitty bit that just sends the tiniest little bit of mass off the center from the engine. That's all. Yep. Man, glad you found it though. Alright, should we fizz warp through this? Because I got about 15 minutes left, and I wanted to break some stuff before I have to call it a night. Yeah, I really do. I think the goal is to hit it faster than we would probably be hitting it normally. And considering our altitude, position, and current speed, and how much more energy we're going to add into this, I think we may have achieved that goal. Alright, last 500 or some odd meters per second. Let's see how well MechJeb does with the shutdown. Hey, not bad, MechJeb, not bad. I mean, yeah, 90 is about our goal, but we've got enough RCS on board that we can touch that up all on our own. So let's stage that. Let's activate our avionics. Oh, good. our antenna is stuck. It's folded up. And now we can't go anywhere. Tap the throttle. There we go. 87. Extend antenna, please. Excellent. Regain comms. Switch to advanced mode. Sun. Up. Execute. Yeah, it bumped us up to 93. And climbing. Oh, good. Do we have Phantom Force is acting on us again. Because I forgot to auto-strut these things. Yeah, that was the only new one I added, and yes, we... Alright. Now that periapsis needs to come down a little bit. 43291, there we go. Good, we're stable. No, I don't want to be a physics warp. I want normal warp, and I want to get down to our periapsis as quick as I can. I do not have a whole lot of time to get this sorted out. Oh, come on, don't. Yeah, the warnings about all the things and the stuff that are all the things, yes. Alright, time to periapsis, 1 day, 13 hours. I don't care about network 1. I could turn it off, but that seems like so much effort. Fine, fuck you. Lunica... Navisat network. Config. Leave me alone. That's the one I was just clicking on. Come on. Leave me alone. Thank you. Now, back to warping. At incredible speeds. Alright, if you press insert, it will ignore warning. Are you serious? It looks like that makes my staging tree go away. One of the buttons near insert, ignore curvalism warnings. Oh good, just one of them at random. That'll work, I'm sure. Hold on, let me pack that up, and I want to see my electric charge full and remaining so. Excellent. 10 hours. Where's Venus? There she is. 7 hours. 65432. Almost. 1 hour. Alright, it's coming up on go time. I want to get a little closer so that I can try to determine... Oh man, we are moving. Picking up speed pretty damn rapidly. 15 minutes. Take a look at the map here. How far around are we going to be when we hit? Our angle is pretty minimal. Alright, so surface velocity negative. Angle in, please. Alright, switch to kill rotation. Angle it out about 15 or so degrees. Compensate for going around the surface. And we'll remain here for another 4 minutes or so. And give us just another small chance to readjust should we need to. Sorry, it's going to be dark again. Well, maybe not. Looks like we'll come in during daylight and whilst we have comms. Well, I don't know if we have comms, to be honest with you. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to hit during daylight. So we'll have good lighting while we watch this thing burn up and suffer. Alright. And let's just go ahead and stage it and see what the hell happens. Alright. Probe release in 3, 2, 1. Tunk. Switch vessels. Pull us away. Nice and gentle. Excellent. And then deflect. Sorry. All right. And into the atmosphere we go. 10.4. Dang it, I'm under angle by a couple of degrees. Kathunk, we hit the atmosphere at 10.9 kilometers per second. Not too bad. Let's fizz warp on in and see how bad it gets. Hopefully it'll remain somewhat stable. Bloom, 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 bloom. Goodbye, service module. Ooh, okay. The heaty bits at 103 kilometers. Monitor our heat shield here. Lunar reentry speed. So should be an okay analog. I mean, there's a discrepancy here in densities that we're dealing with, but we will see. Looks like something is creeping towards its overheat limit. I was really hoping maybe we could hit a little harder, but yeah, man, we are 13 Gs. Yep, and there was our orbit to deorbit camera change. I meant reentry speed from lunar isn't that far off from interplanetary speed. Yeah, fair enough. So hopefully, yep, our heat warning has faded and dissipated, so I'm pretty sure that's the battery that's inside the heat shield that was overheating. And we've gotten nigh a peep from the heat shield itself. Okay. Not even melting the aero cover, thank goodness. Aerodynamically stable, so it just rested its butt right into the wind. Yeah, we'll be coming out of the excessive bits of this in a little bit. And hey, we even packed too much ablator. Oh, fucking sweet! Holy shit, man! This thing should not be allowed to be this good at what it's doing. Fucking awesome. Alright, let's stage the aeroshell. It did not like that. Wait until we're a little slower to deploy. Well, this is a test, so why not see? Will the flaps deal with this speed? Whap. Just hold the brakes open, why not? A little bit of bicycling, but who cares? This thing is so simple and so stupid, I love it. Yeah, we'll just let it ride. This is a pretty good spot to end the stream, I'd have to say. I mean, to be honest, if you can't design a craft heat-proof enough to live on the surface of Venus for more than a few seconds, re-entry shouldn't be a problem. Well, you know, when you're as not good at some of these things as I am, you really do want to test and retest and retest and kind of reiterate your testing just to see. So, there it is. But you know what? I'll take it. And so I will leave you with this glorious little bit of footage as it rocks around, eventually finding its stability here amongst the clouds. Alright, y'all. So that's probably going to have to do it for me tonight, everybody. Oh, is SpaceX for Life streaming RSS? I really hope so. I very much enjoy their content. Let me go find out. It's always nice when I can drop you into a raid, or raid you into somebody else who's also playing RSSRO. Yep, sure is. So we're gonna go drop in on SpaceX's Life. Great chill stream, playing RSSRO. What more could you ask for, really? So, you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna roll the outro. I'm just gonna let this be the outro. So, great stream tonight, everybody. Thank you. Chalked up a whole lot of wins today. Pretty happy about that. So anyway, that's gonna do it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really, I really appreciate it, and I will see all of you next week. So until then.